Hey everybody, welcome back to a very noisy, very bright, very not conducive to recording episode of Ability Warriors podcast. But I'm going to do it anyway because this topic is burning my butt today. It's really got me inspired, and I think you guys will like it too. So this morning I was just chilling in bed waiting for my people to help me and to get a shower and all that good stuff. And then so then I was listening to this while waiting for them, and it really jumped out at me that apparently it's Disability Pride Month, which is kind of weird for me because I'm also queer and disabled. So they were saying that this is the month where we should be celebrating yes, we are still living, and yes, we are thriving. Some of us, not a lot, but at least we're still here, and at least we're trying to make the best out of whatever situation you're in. But yeah, it just makes me kind of proud that they did make a month where it is a disability pride situation, because whether you're newly injured or you've been injured your entire life, you should embrace the fact that you have a disability. Yeah, some days it's complete crap and you don't want to get out of bed and you don't want to do catheter changes, you don't want to do all the care things that you have to do. You don't want to see other human beings that are caring for you, but I still believe that, sorry, I gotta sit up, you guys. I still believe that being in a chair gives you a whole nother view of the world. It gives you a view that is more real and more conducive to being a more well-rounded human being. Yes, I know that I'm ragging on them able-bodied people. Sorry, but I feel like we have a more broader scope. We have a lot more to pull from than an able-bodied person would. And not saying that all able-bodied persons are ignorant, not saying that at all, but they don't understand the day-to-day. They don't understand what we go through as humans just to do basic tasks. Like, for example, house cleaning. You would completely take that for granted if you were able-bodied. You'd be like, oh, I can just pick this up off the floor, I can sweep, I can do this in like 5 minutes. For us, it's so timed out. It's so like, okay, first we do the floors. And if you have a specific way you do your floors, then you have to put that in place. And you have to tell the person, hey, this is the products that I want to use. This is the way I want it done. And sometimes you even have to watch them do it. You have to supervise the whole thing. And so you can't really be doing stuff while they're helping you. And that kind of takes time away from us, away from our lives. Yes, a lot of people think that we don't do anything, that we just sit on our butts and watch TV and feel sorry for ourselves. But some of us, we want to be out there. We want to be doing the things that quote unquote normal people do. We want to be able to contribute in a way that's effective to making a company better, and we have much more insight to what another differently abled human being needs than if you're just trying to manufacture something for a disabled person, but you're actually able-bodied. You don't know what their hand functions like. You don't know what their abilities are. But if you put us in a room and you say, hey, like, can you build this? Can you make this? Then we're more apt to know, like, for me, my fine motor skills are out the window. For me, my fine motor skills just are not up to par. And that's just been since birth. They're not, they would need much more attention and care. Like, if I wanted to learn how to close a door on my own, say, or if I wanted to learn how to empty my urine bag by myself, which you can do. It still boggles my mind. But just little stuff to make us independent, people don't seem to get. So why don't we, as humans, put people in those environments and know what the heck they're talking about and know that this will work for another human being, at least more so than the average, at least more so than the Joe Blows off the street. Like, they don't know They don't know our needs. So why don't you get a group that actually does? And why isn't that a thing? Why do companies just have to have able-bodied people? You're gonna get more revenue and you're gonna get more cash flow if you crank out a quality product that you know your demographic is gonna use, and you're gonna double that revenue because you know the product works, because somebody that's in that same position has tried it out. Somebody in that position has attempted it. Somebody in that position has said, okay, we need to tweak the way this works so that the person can hold it, or we need to totally revamp it and start from scratch. That's where I think COVID has really helped. And I know I don't talk about COVID very often, but this is where I feel very strongly, and I feel like COVID was necessary to open up the eyes of the general population. We're already living, most of us are already living in situations that are similar to the restrictions of COVID anyway. We're already on Zoom calls. We're already using our technology to communicate. We're already using it to help us with everyday life. And now I feel like the world is catching up to us. The world is catching up to the differently able community. And don't come after me, please, because that is just my opinion, but that's how I truly feel. They're helping themselves by adopting our techniques. But what happens when COVID ends or gets a cure? Are they gonna still allow these accommodations? Are they gonna totally kibosh and go back to normal? I sure as hell hope not. All these adaptations that they made should have been from day one. Should have been from the jump. They should have been already implemented. And like I said, if you put us in an environment that we're gonna give you guys advice, and we're gonna be advisors, at least advisors. Maybe not working on the front lines as employees, but at least have us test out whatever the product is that you're trying to sell. But that's another side tangent. But yeah, just having us included in the process, and yeah, back to COVID though. I think COVID's obviously been catastrophic, and don't think that I'm not saying that. It has been catastrophic. It has been sad. It has been all these things. Like, people have died for nothing. Like, they don't know where this virus is coming from. And I get that. I get that you guys are up in arms and you guys want to go out and do your things and be productive. But you know what? Like, it's the safety of the planet right now, and all I'm trying to get at is there's a positive spin on negative situation, because the world is now coming to grips that it will never be normal again. The world is coming to term that they're gonna have to revamp the way that they do business. They're gonna have to put on their applications, like, and I really truly hope that they do this. They're gonna have to put on their applications that, like, can you work from home? Do you know how to use Zoom? Do you know how to interact online? How can we help you interact online so that you don't have to leave your house, so that you are not compromised? And I really hope that comes into action. I don't know if I'm speaking it out into the universe or not, but I really hope that something good can come out of a real fantastic situation. I really hope that people can see our worth and see our value in the workplace, and know that even if we're working from home, even if we're doing the tasks away from the physicality of the building, like, at least we are contributing our ideas in some way. And it should have been like this years ago, but it's not. So we need to pull up our bootstraps and kind of figure out a way to be more inclusive in every way. Like, I do groups online, and I would never be able to do them in person. But now that everything is online and everything is accessible, I can stay in the comfort of my own bed and feel like I'm socializing and feel like I can turn it off at any point. Like, it fits the confines of my schedule personally. Like, and that's what I like about Zoom. That's what I like about all these other platforms that are being used. Because it gives flexibility to the unflexible. It gives us a chance to socialize, but if we have to leave, we're not trying to like get a bus, get transportation, get money to get that transportation. Like, we're not trying to stress. And for me, it's helped my mental health immensely. Yeah, the isolation and the way that we have to do things and not be around people and not have the physical contact kind of sucks, because I'm used to that at least a little more. But I kind of like this clicking off society now. I can just be like, okay guys, gotta go, instead of being like, okay, gotta organize everything and then leave. I can just click a button and be like, bye, like, I will see you next week, that type of deal. And I don't feel guilty for it, because I'm not putting those expenses out. I'm literally in my own bed. I am doing things that I want to be doing. I am picking and choosing what I want to do, instead of being like, oh, today you have this booked. And I think freedom of choice has been a really big thing for me in 2020. It's been very freeing, but also very lonely. But I'm not gonna get into that on this podcast, because I think, honestly, being alone helps you have a different perspective on who you are as a person. It helps you grow, and it helps you know what you want more so than if you were around like a whole bunch of people and being influenced by them. But that's another rant for another day. I'm sorry this was so kind of last minute and all over the place, but I just want to, as always, shout out my friend here on YouTube, Minnie Mancino. She's doing some amazing content. She's doing different style vlogs now, which I appreciate, because like, she's not one to be out there, but like, she's doing it, and I'm so proud of her. And you really need to go over there and show her some love. Her channel name is Minnie Mancino, and you can catch her Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with all of her content. And she also does live streams, and it's more gamer content, but it's still great. Like, if you want to escape the real world for a little bit, you will love her channel, because it's all about escapism, and it's just great. So please check her out. And always, as always, check out me. Of course, I post Thursday through Sunday, and yeah, you can listen to my lovely voice then. And this was just kind of impromptu, but I hope that you guys got some value out of it. You guys got some goodness out of what I had to say. And I'm not saying, I just want to throw a disclaimer out there again. I'm not saying that COVID is anyway a good thing. I'm just trying to give you bright sides of the coin. I'm not saying that, so please don't come after me in the comments for that. I'm not saying that at all. Like, I understand that people are dying. I understand that there's no cure yet. I understand all that. I just want you to know that I'm a very compassionate person, and I would never put this out there if maybe I'm ignorant, but I would never put it out there if I thought somebody was going to be offended. Like, I'm not trying to offend anybody over here. So, again, please comment, subscribe to my channel. And if you have any hate for me, then don't subscribe. If you don't like my content, just don't subscribe. You don't have to view my videos. But if you like what you hear, please feel free to join the family, and I will see you all later, warriors. Until next time, MJ is now out.